Welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen. Kaiser University postgame show here for you. Kaiser University 75, Florida National 70. A big win for Kaiser University basketball today in the home opener for the season. Steph Zecevic to my left, Andrew Sarenac to my right. And Steph, we'll start with you. 38 minutes on the game, the highest minute total for you this season, the highest minute total for anybody this season. How does that feel so early into the year to be able to go 38 minutes of a 40-minute game?
At the beginning of the season, it's always a little hard because I'm not fully in the shape at the beginning. But after a while, I get used to it, and it just becomes natural.
You also led the team in points today with 17. A big night for you. You know, hit some big shots, had a slam dunk. I mean, back-to-back games with a slam dunk. I mean, how are you feeling out there on the floor? Not just tonight, but overall this season.
I'm feeling pretty good. Last year it was a good experience for me. That was my first year here, and I try to play my best. And this year, as I come, I feel more comfortable in the game. I can play better. I can contribute better to the team.
Absolutely have to agree. I mean, an impressive showing tonight. When you hit the three-pointer, I thought, all right, he's going to have a great night shooting. That's kind of how I can tell with you. But when you had the slam dunk, that's when I was like, all right, it's really going to be a good night. Drew, you know, a big night for you. Not just your first 2 points of the game actually came from a drive.
Oh yeah, Stanley passed me in transition. It was.
I mean, that was the easiest bucket of the year for you, but it was
the easiest bucket I'll have this year, probably. Yeah.
But the strangest thing for me had to become that it was inside the three-point line, and you hit it off the glass, and you actually, you know, drove to the basket on a transition. Even though it was unimpeded and you were all by yourself, it's still a drive. Talk about how much the three-point game, dives into your game and how big that is on the floor for you.
Well, first 3 games in Kentucky, I was really struggling. The guys kept getting looks for me. It just wasn't falling in. It was getting in and out all 3 games. But today, I mean, I didn't have a lot of touches first half, but then second half they kept looking for me, getting me wide open, and luckily I made a couple shots. Steph made a shot, Chris Lee, Tyrus. I think we had a pretty good shooting game today.
11 of 19 from beyond the arc. I would have to agree with that. How big is the three-pointer going to be this season for this team? And how big is just, this is the first time really this year that we've seen the high shooting percentage, 52% from the floor, 57% from beyond the arc. How big is the shooting percentages for this team going to factor into this year?
I think it's very important because all the teams play us 2-3 zone because they think we can't shoot the ball. But if we keep shooting like this, we're going to get them out of the zone and make them play man-on-man, which we're very comfortable with. And I think it's going to help us a lot. I don't think we won't have problems if we keep shooting like this at all.
Last question for you. No Dion McClinton tonight on the inside. Chris Lee and David Tatum stepping up. What really stood out was Chris Lee's ability to get their center out of position and make him uncomfortable and shoot the ball, not just the 15-foot jumper from the charity stripe, but from beyond the arc. How big was having Chris Lee in the lineup? He did not get to play in Kentucky.
Chris Lee is huge. He's the type of guy that can score 10, 15 points in 2-3 minutes if he gets hot. I mean, and he's huge. Losing Dion is big on boards. I think they killed us on the offensive boards again today, but I think as soon as he comes back, we'll be fine with that. And Chris Lee is a big addition also.
Absolutely have to agree. Steph, will come to you for the final question to you. You know, Stan Whitaker tonight was just 3 assists shy of a triple-double, another double-double for him this season. But it kind of felt like what really separated the game was a big drive from Deshaun Miller that really put the game out of reach, put Kaiser University up by 11. And even though it was a 5-point finish, it felt like it was too much for Florida National to overcome. How big was Miller in that drive? And then being able to just really put the game away from the free throw line.
Miller's drive was huge. I mean, he's coming off the bench. He doesn't play as much as he would like to, but when he came, he shot at 2 free throws. He made both of them. I was sure he's going to make them. I told my teammates he's going to make 2 free throws. And that drive was amazing. I knew he's going to contribute well because he's staying on the top of his game.
Absolutely have to agree with that. Also, so many different factors contributing to the Kaiser University win tonight, but our points leader, Steph Zecevic, and right behind him by 1 point was Andrew Sarenac, but that'll do it for us here tonight. Kaiser University 75, Florida National 70. Kaiser University improves to 3-1. It'll be a little while until they get back on the hardwood when they go to Miami Gardens and take on Florida Memorial, not back at home until December 3rd. That will be against Southeastern University. Just 2 games for the rest of the month for Kaiser University. A little bit of a break for these guys after a long trip to Philadelphia and a very long trip, I think we can all agree, to Barberville, Kentucky. So everybody, including myself, will be looking to get some rest, but that'll do it from us here. For Steph Zecevic and Andrew Sarenac, you've been listening to the voice of Seahawks Athletics, Robert Gutierrez on the Seahawks Sports Radio Network.